Alright, well, boys and girls, another day, another usual stuff where people just can't get their head out of their ass. People are bitching. I just watched a video from Rich of Tomorrow, which you tech. Which I agree with him, but I'm not using this video to do that, but I'm doing it on drive time. Some people are arguing about, do you see Nintendo's terms and services and how they don't want you to emulate the mod on their console? No fucking shit. No shit. Of course they did. What are you expecting? And people say, oh, if Nintendo's doing that, you bought a console and you don't own nothing. No. That's not the problem. The problem is this, morons. You want to buy a Switch 2 or Switch 1, I am on it. Go ahead and mod it. You can do that. Don't sell it, that's one. And two, don't use it for internet stuff, because if it hits it and it breaks your console, it's not your fault. So set it up that it don't hit the internet. They've been doing this from the Wii to the Wii U to the Switch 1. And it'll be the Switch 2. So it's nothing changing. I think it's just people clickbaiting, rage baiting, as you see all this week, that the videos I've been doing all the stuff, and they don't give a damn about that kind of situation. They just don't care. And I don't care either. I buy, it's so weird. Like, if you're gonna, I'm telling you this right now, if you're gonna wanna emulate games, right? Why don't you buy an ROG Ally? Why don't you buy a Legion? Why don't you buy a thing? Don't buy a Nintendo Switch. It's like, people are stupid. You're arguing with Nintendo because you bought a console, you bought the thing, and you want to emulate and steal games, and sell how to model it and parody games, and you don't think you're supposed to get consequences. And again, if we take out Nintendo for you, and you had a company running, you would do the exact same shit. So do not hit me with the lies. Why would you be angry at Nintendo? My thing is, wow, Nintendo's doing this, I'm not gonna buy the console, I'll buy me a Steam Deck, I'll buy me me and a friend of the channel, Konoshi, who has a Steam Deck. And we went through all the stuff. Steam Deck does this, Steam Deck does that. Steam Deck doesn't do a lot of stuff that a lot of people think it should do, unless you really tamper with it. But the Switch 2, Konoshi's Steam Deck, which cost them, I think you said $5 to $5.99. No Konoshi, I gotta ask him again. But let's go to the lower number, $500. Doesn't have the bigger screen, doesn't have HDR, it's more heavier, doesn't have the game alignment of Nintendo, because again, as you emulate it, look at that. Do you have tons of games on the Switch Deck with Steam? Yes, you do. Do you legally own all these games? And me and him went through a lot of stuff to figure out terms and services. I asked him a lot of questions. No, you don't. Because if Steam shuts down, you ain't doing it. If I asked them, wait, hold on. If you lose, so you could not, if you turn off the internet right now and don't play it out for the whole year, how are you going to play your games? It says offline mode. So offline mode works for a whole year without that. And he said nobody has really tried that. I'm asking anybody, do offline mode for a whole year. Don't hit internet for nothing. For nothing. Because if you can't play games with offline mode for the whole year, or if Switch, Steam goes away, how you play? Because according to him, and I believe Konoshi, because he's not that kind of guy to be what, you know, because I asked a question. If you take down the Steam, right? Can you play the game? Can you play the Steam outside of your Steam Deck? No. All right. You can play your Steam on your PC. Okay, you got a Steam library. Can you play the game without the Steam launcher? That's what I want to. That's why he said maybe not. He thinks mostly no. But again, if you're a techie person more than me, because I don't really care for the Steam like that, But I'm not knocking people for that. Let me know. Can you play the game without running the Steam OS? Because if you can, it's a digital game and you don't own shit. Hey, at least with my cartridge and my disc that I have for my games, I could put them in my console and play until the console break. That's all I can think of. Which I mostly go with the cartridge because because I don't have to worry about the lens drive like my Dreamcast and stuff. It's still working to this day. Knock on plastic since I'm in my car. But I'm seriously, what is going on? Why are you guys bitching about this stuff? If you don't, Nintendo's bad company. Boo, ha, don't worry about it. They're not gonna change. They're not gonna change. So why don't you just buy a Steam and play your games and emulate and steal all you want? And if you get caught, that's you. If you don't get caught, good for you, and live your life. Like, why you YouTubers are making all these videos for nonsensical stuff? There's a workaround for all this shit. I never see people make arguments for stuff that they don't have to buy. I don't get it. And I'm not angry. I'm talking about louder because I don't want a car noise to override my microphone of the car. But I just don't get it. Like, what's the sense of this? Somebody got to help me figure that out. If Nintendo is doing bad, like, again, Xbox does stuff that I don't like. What do? I don't buy an Xbox console. I don't even buy Xbox Games Pass because there's nothing there that I want to play. But I'm not knocking anybody else who enjoy it, like some of these other YouTubers. Oh, I'm speaking for Nintendo fan. No, you ain't. And Nintendo fools are dumb enough to buy. If I buy your logic, I'll be like, well, the Xbox fans are dumb enough to buy a game on PlayStation fans, and Steam is because they don't own their games and all that other stuff. Like, people, just play your flipping games. It's not that hard. It's quite simple. Jeez Louise. But when you see this video last week, whatever I put this video up, I don't know. I think I'll put it up. But the week last week, when I show all the clickbait, all the rage bait, all the people who say stupid stuff, and I get it. Even some of my usual commenters, subscribers are like, man, this is a game annoying that all these people just bitching at Nintendo all the time. Like, Nintendo is the only one that does wrong. Nintendo's done wrong. Sony has done wrong. Microsoft has done wrong. Steam has done wrong. None of these consoles are perfect. None of these consoles and services does great. You have money. They are not in your house force you to buy the shit. So you have the money, you take your money, put it towards that. You want an emulated console? Go ahead and buy the Steam Deck, the Legion and the Region, whatever. You want to emulate some of the Nintendo games? Go ahead. Because some of y'all do it. The dumb shit about it is y'all dumbasses put it on your YouTube and try to make money off of it, and you're surprised your account get locked down. How dumb are you? You don't care. You basically an arrogant asshole doing this shit. And I don't care for arrogant assholes. But if you're just a customer and you bought a console and you want to modify it and whatever, they break your console because you use it outside of what it's supposed to. You want to modify the emulation and you don't need the internet, make sure you have a way that the DRM on the Switch, because it's basically DRM on the Switch, doesn't hit to the site, say the DRM, until you don't break your console. That's all. Just do that. But other than that, though, ain't nothing else I can think of. Y'all just crying like grown-ass baby men. And women, because again, there's a video about a woman said some stuff that I was like, oh Lord, I thought she was a cool person, and I still would watch her other videos, but when it comes to gaming, that chick didn't know that shit from Shinola about some stuff, and her comparisons was so stupid. But again, I don't understand the crying for this stuff. It's just ridiculous to me. It really is. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next time with another video. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy games on all consoles, including PC and mobile devices. Jeez.